Fellas,
Man,
man.
people's tops are getting cold.
Saying light skinned people don't be late like this.
Oh man.
It be
Yo.
the brownies every time.
You stupid. Yeah, I would blame it on the Merc, man. What you said, this ain't Merc season, though, is it?
Nope.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another episode with the brothers from another, the BFA, the Treyway.
What up?
I joined with my broskies. P, the moderator, gathers in Philly P, Wally, did you hear me this time, brother?
My man.
AKA a Stinger reached out. We're gonna jump into that later, man, because I want details. Anyway,
Yeah,
man, how y'all fellas doing today, man?
close to fantastic, brother. He made
Close
sure he
to it.
enunciated the whole.
Everything, right?
I did, bro. I had to make it apparent.
That was a hot seat introduction. He had to make sure he chopped everything up piece by piece.
What man, for real though.
I see.
It's all good.
Man, no doubt, man. So today, man, it was just a long day, fellas. Long day. You know, it's getting darker earlier here, man. So
Insert GIF of
man, long day, man. Long day. Anyway, we late, man, starting this episode, man. Coincidence or is that bad karma? Coincidence or bad karma? You know, or is that just the three P's? Right? One of them, right? Do y'all even believe in karma? You believe in karma?
yeah.
You
You
do
have
believe. That's simple.
Yeah, you have to.
Okay.
You know what is it? For I can't tell me what it is. For I believe in it.
Okay, so here you go, man. I got a good book definition, man, and then I got my you know, what I grew up with. Okay, book definition. The sum of person's actions and this or a previous state of existence. Okay. I take that to mean something that you or someone has done in the past, any kind of action, right? Any kind of vibe that will affect either that person who you are today or maybe somewhere down the line, okay? Good or bad, good or bad. You know, that's just my personal definition based on that book definition, okay? Me, I believe in karma wholeheartedly, you know. I mean, you kind of have to. Uh, I mean, you have to, man. What you get out, you put in, right? That's a part of karma. You know what I mean? Um, PK, man, what you think about it, man? You know, with sis's her holistic lifestyle, you and hers voyage, man, y'all journey.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, it probably goes without saying, but
Yeah. Oh, yeah, totally. You gotta totally believe in it, or know that it exists. And people call it, different things. But people usually like, yo, you need to watch what you're doing. That's gonna be that karma. And they try to equate it to just always being bad, but that's not necessarily, you know, the truth in that. I mean, you can have good karma and bad karma. I mean, I think a lot of humans, individuals, and especially with Janet, um, with her, in yoga they have three types of karma. So she put me onto those. I ain't want to like mess up the names, or what they call them, sanchita,
yeah,
being the cumulative works and actions from your past. So it's a vast accumulation that includes our countless past lifetimes. It's one phase of karma they have. Then this other one is prarabdha. It's a portion of past karma responsible for the present. And then agami is your current actions and choices, that you make now and what they will affect in the past. But then yoga is all about you're bringing your mind, body, soul, your breath, and everything together. So they're just saying that all three of those kind of intertwine together. But yeah, I believe in it, man. If you out here doing dirt, what I'm saying, doing people dirty, acting a certain kind of way, unsavory or whatever it's going to be, it's gonna come back and get you in some way, shape, or form. Even if it's not in this lifetime, it's gonna come back and get you, you know, if you believe in your reincarnation or something like that, or even, you know, your family and stuff like that. If you're a good person, which I mean, I'm young, man, I'm trying to be a good dude, not trying to being a good dude, and everything, those thoughts, words, and actions that you put into that, then, you know, you're gonna be good all the way around. So yeah, I'm all about it, man. That karma, that juju, you know, I want that to be that good.
Right.
So yeah, we all on that, man.
Oh,
Yeah.
absolutely.
What
Wally,
about
what
you?
you got, man? Talk to me, man. Rap with me.
I mean, it's the same. You know, like you get what you put out, basically.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Kind of like what you and Sis was talking about with the folding the paper away, tearing away, folding in abundance towards yourself,
Mm-hmm.
putting it in the pocket. Um, all that kind of stuff, I feel like is an accumulation of repetition. You know what I mean? So to have all of us have that common denominator of basketball, that's just repetition. You creature a habit. So what you put into it is what you're gonna get back. You know what I mean? I don't necessarily think everyone's success level will be different, but you can still look at it to whichever extent you were able to take it. You were cool with, you know, junior college, or you were cool with the post team, or you were cool, you know what I'm saying? Like whatever it is that you fell into with that, you're satisfied because you know you put the work in to earn that, and to
Mm-hmm.
feel like you put something into it and you got as much back in return as possible for that self-gratification. Now, the other side of it is like we was talking about before. You take something to the left with somebody, or you burn a bridge, you ain't got them bricks and foundation to put that shit back.
Yeah. Yep. It's
um,
over with.
Man, why? Yeah.
Yep.
um, yeah.
But I mean,
Hey,
it be people out here, man, that you see like, yo, how are you not even getting away with that? But how can you be like that, knowing? I guess they don't believe in karma. Then you know what I mean?
I think
Just
it's
out
a,
here doing
I think it's
dirt.
a blind eye. Like I feel like you can see stuff like that and know somebody ain't right, and you might say something once or twice. You be like, "Yo, like, what you doing?" All right, never mind. You know what I'm saying? Like, you might throw one out there once or twice, let somebody know, like, "Hey, man, you might want to watch that, or you might want to be careful." You know, and then it's cool. Like, you know, they downplay it. Then a couple days later, you see that person doing the same thing in another spot with another person or another situation that he's treating the same exact way. And I mean, at that point, you just gotta let him drown.
so y'all was talking, man. So how close in relation is karma and maybe I can't think of what it's called, man. Whatever your I guess your genes, genealogy, right? You act just like your daddy. You gonna do such and such just like your mama did, right? Based on I guess character, personality traits, uh, is that a form of karma, or is that kind of
So where you get into like generational, ancestral type
yeah,
stuff?
yeah.
Hmm.
What you got, P?
Uh, yeah, yeah. It's I don't know, but when they say that, it's almost like I feel like they're saying that they're speaking in like a bad way though,
Normally it is.
because
Normally, I've never heard it. Right, right.
yeah. But I
Um,
mean, I believe that stuff, you know, generational, that stuff can come along. Because like I said, even your pops might have been out there doing something that he shouldn't have been doing. And, you know, he got away with whatever, good or bad, you know. But nothing happened. Say it was something bad, nothing happened to him. But then, you know, it hits you or your sister or your brother or something else like that. So, but yeah, usually they say, man, you're gonna end up just like, I mean, that was spoke on me when I was going off to college. It's like, yeah, you're gonna go down to college, you're gonna go down there and be doing this, that, now you're gonna flunk out just like your cousin did, and blah, 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 and all that kind of stuff. Why would you speak that on somebody? But that's
Bad karma.
Yeah,
it's a negative stigma that's thrown out there because people don't want to be left behind. You know what I'm saying? Like, a lot of people will look at what Compass is doing and be like, you ain't gonna never get nobody to come read no books. Because they don't have the traits and characteristics to draw people in, to be intrigued enough to even want to listen to what he's talking about, and then to also inquire to show up. Hey, yo, you said you're doing what? Oh, yeah. Hey, I need the info on that. Like, tell me what's up with, you know what I'm saying? Tell me information about this. When people see certain things and it's like, dang, yo, they got the whole world in front of them. And I got these 3 blocks. I can't get out the neighborhood type thing. That's where it comes in. Well, you know, everybody else, ain't nobody else graduated high school. So you really think you're gonna make it? You really think you're gonna make it? Or, you know, like, you ain't do such and such, or your moms or your pops ain't do this until they was such and such age. You almost there. What you gonna do? You know what I'm saying? Like, it's those stigmas that people try to place on you. And it's a mental psych out, because I don't want to say they haven't had the opportunity. Sometimes it's opportunity, but sometimes it's also just it's personal drive. And regardless of what's going on in front of you, you still got to have some kind of ambition to succeed. You know what I mean? Like, you don't have to necessarily want to grow up and leave the hood and do this, and, you know, become this famous global phenomenon. You don't have to necessarily do that, but you can still have some type of drive to be like, all right, I'm not going to be in this house once I'm an adult. I'm going to go do such and such. I'm going to find a good job, figure out what I need to do to get my own place, you know, things of that nature, man. And that's, those are the burdens that people will try to place on you because they can't figure out how to solve that problem for themselves.
Right. Yeah, man. You know, y'all was talking, man. Another part of that, you know, that karma piece, man, is I believe that people can, you know, how they say words are spells, you know, man, even somebody that's not connected to you on that level, man. I believe people could speak bad karma on you. You know what I mean? Yeah, I mean, I believe that, you know. And Wally, you right, man. There are people, oh man, the PK, they talking about an island, man. He about to end up back in South Cat, you know, or you know what I mean? I mean, that's that bad karma, man. And yeah, I want no parts of you.
Right.
You know what I mean? No parts of it.
Yeah, man said everybody won't see your vision the way you see it, so they'll try to downplay what was given to you.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
then that all goes with that. You reap what you sow. Because I mean, another definition is saying is you know, karma is created by a person's action. Some people believe it causes good or bad things to happen to you just based off of your actions and all that kind of stuff. So people, I don't know why people are like that, man. You know, but it's literally like what goes around comes around. If you're just gonna be a hater all your life, and that's why you get stuck in those cycles where you can just keep ending up in the same place every time. And I mean, Wally, you was talking about that you had the wheel with the karmic cycle, and that's a karmic cycle is a pattern that is meant to teach you a life lesson. So, you know, every year you like, yo, I'm trying to save $100 and I'm trying to do this, this, and this. And somebody said, no, you ain't gonna do it. And you start listening to them, or you don't stick with your plan, all that kind of stuff, that you get stuck in that cycle where you just keep coming back to it to learn that lesson that you're supposed to learn in it. And like man said, man, like they ain't gonna see the vision like you are anyway. So yeah, well, PK ain't going to no island, all that kind of stuff. They, you know, last time they was on the island, you know, we bought them over on the boat type thing, you know what I mean? So
Yeah.
you know what I mean? So now y'all, you know, so I mean, you with my karma, because you controlling what's going to happen to you for the most part. You know what I mean? There are some things you got to accept, things that you cannot control, but you know, we're working towards that and we're taking those steps towards. So I can't be yelling like I'm going to the island, but then I'm house shopping, you know, here and all that kind of stuff. That's not working with it. So, and like I said, being that good dude, you know, I feel like, you know, good things gonna come my way. even something as simple as that parking spot way up at the front, man. I got that good karma, that good juju going, man.
Right. Yeah,
So
and that's the thing, man, about karma, man. Knowingly doing something, man, ill intention. You know what I mean? Knowingly. Oh yeah, I'm
mhm,
definitely not finna do that for him. You
right.
know what I mean? Yeah, I mean, I accidentally step on your foot. Oh, my bad, bro. You know, I knowingly offend you. You know what I mean? Oh yeah, bro, you got it coming.
Real.
But
So
the other part too, is it does it affect y'all differently depending on where it comes from, or do you disregard it the same exact way?
Disregard it.
Like if a coworker says it, and then one of us says it,
Oh yeah,
does
absolutely,
it resonate the same for y'all, or does
bro.
it just
If my
depend on the person that it's coming from?
Yeah, it depends. Well, really, yeah. Okay, that connection, right? That's that. Um, other than physical connection that we have, right? Spiritual connection. Because I pray for y'all, right? You know what
Yeah,
I mean? That means I'm connected to you uh, via them invisible arms, right? So if my coworker says something crazy, okay, I kind of brush it off. But if you say something that basically, I wouldn't say offends me, but speak, I guess. Oh, bro, you ain't, yeah, you know, to read, bro. I mean, do y'all think that's a good idea? You know what I mean? Or you ill will, you know what I mean, towards something that instead, and I'm not talking constructive criticism. I'm talking just you just hating, you know what I mean? Or you know
yeah.
what I mean? Or you just don't want to see me succeed. Yeah, it does. It will affect me differently, man.
yeah.
And go ahead, P.
I just feel like, we said we started with karma and coincidences, but when we were discussing and planning this episode, we were like, man, it may, go all over the place, because
Mhm.
I almost interchange karma with fate and destiny. And hell, even I had to pull the thing, give me a difference between karma and coincidence and all that kind of stuff. So we jumping all around in it, touching them all, because I feel like all of that stuff is, interchangeable. My
Absolutely.
fate, my destiny, because of my good karma, is how me and Janice gonna end up on this island. And while he's a good dude, he's been giving ever since something happened where he wasn't giving everything he wanted to, but it flipped his karma in a good way, because now he's doing something like a joyful elf and giving to all those kind of people, all those kids that he's touching, all that kind of stuff, all these guys that you and even that Janet's clients and all that kind of stuff that she's working with, and everything you don't read, bro, and LON, all that is, good stuff. That was fate, that was destiny, that was your purpose. All that stuff is just interchangeable. So I was like, when we were doing the episode, I was like, okay, karma, because people usually say, man, that's that karma, bro. I remember we went to Eddyville, the water park, one time, Fort
Man,
Campbell, and we went down to Eddyville to the water park, and we were
good
in the
time.
lazy river, and I think it was Alan Alexander was letting air out of everybody's inner tube, right? And then on the way home from the water park, he caught a flat. You know what I'm saying? That's karma. He caught a flat in his truck on the way back.
Damn,
You
dog.
know, just all that kind of stuff. So it's that, like I said, all this stuff would end up being interchangeable and all that kind of stuff. So
It's
that's just kind of what I wanted to say about it.
it's
Right.
it's funny. It's funny you say that, because this was a couple of years ago. I was having a conversation and I said something, and the response I got was, "Why would you want to do that?"
Mm.
And
Mhm.
it wasn't like oh, that's dope. Like, when did you know what I'm saying? What made you think of that? It was why you want to do that? You know what I'm saying? Just the monotone of why you want to do that. So I'm
Why
having
not?
yeah, so I'm having this conversation, and I was told, and I'll never forget it. It came off just like this. It was, you can't do something like that just yet because you haven't paid enough dues. And then it was I got mine already, so you got to figure out how to get yours.
Hove did that. So hopefully.
Yeah. So I'm having this conversation and I'm just looking at him and I'm like, okay.
Now, without getting too personal, was this a, you know, an associate, or this was somebody close to you that was trying to knock you down a peg?
Oh, I text you already. I text y'all already.
Facts.
My man. Okay. All right. Got you.
So
this wasn't even an outsider. Okay.
Yeah. So I'm sitting there. I'm looking at my man like, damn. Like, oh, all right.
Like that's how you feel, huh?
Yeah. But it goes back to the same thing where I'm like, where did that come from?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm keeping it a buck with whatever is going on. I don't have no issues over here. I ain't got nothing going over there. I ain't bringing no shame, no blame, no whatever.
Two things that tack on to that. Like Jen always tell me, somebody's projecting because they can't do it, you know. So I'm gonna make sure, I'm gonna say what I feel. I'm gonna go ahead and speak that the power of that tongue over it so that you can't do it. So she always say, you know what I'm saying, they projecting because they can't do it. And then she also says, I mean, if it was easy, everybody be doing it.
Everybody would do it.
That's why, you know, oh, you can't do that because that's a tall task. You know what I mean? So it ain't easy, but you took it on.
Yeah,
you know?
it's no problem. Like I'm sure we all know people, whether it's somebody we see in passing or somebody that we know personally that like, which we do, that wants the world and doesn't want to work for it.
Mm-hmm.
So
are you talking about a hot dog work ethic?
Nah.
You want to have a hot dog work ethic in this world, but you want all the finer things.
But is it Nathan's?
Pork Nathan's. But nah, man, like I'm serious. Like, and it's not just that. I just know people for real that like literally have like the biggest aspirations.
Yeah.
And we still in the same spot 6 months, a year, 2 years, 5 years later, like, yo, I'm about to get on this thing right here. You know what I mean? And that's where, man. Yeah, and that's where the side eyes and the constraints come in conversation with these people, because they like, man, you bugging, that ain't about to jump. Well, like I had a conversation with two of my homies 3 years ago when I was talking about Joyful Elf. I ain't seen nothing that they told me we was going to talk about and work on in that huddle. Like nothing.
Yep. Nothing?
No.
Man, PK said something about people like that, man, a while ago. No, I can't remember.
They pom-pomming, they cheerleading for
you. But it wasn't even, and I'm not even talking down on them, because I have a certain level of respect for them.
Right.
But the hamster on the wheel, it's like, y'all looked at what I was pitching when we was having this conversation, like, yo, I'm trying to do this, like throwing that stuff, you know, in the pot so we can kind of figure out a way to like help each other get there. And when I made my presentation of what I was putting together for Joyful Elf and how I wanted to kind of go about the whole thing, it was like, they like looking at me like this.
That's a tall task, brother. You sure you up to that? You can pull that off?
Right. Can you do that?
It's not even a hate type thing. It's just like, you sure you want to do it? Absolutely, I want to do it. Yes.
Yeah. Like, and that's one of those things where we talked about before, having those like certain people around you where you want to do something and you want to participate and do it collectively, but it's always going to be that one or two people that flake at the last minute, or somebody's money's funny, and then that deters you from doing something.
Mm-hmm.
Same thing, like
get it done regardless. I'm already on it. I got you. Man. Just like, and then it's whatever Janet want to do, man, I'm supporting her whatever thing she do. Because I mean, that was another one then where people was like, yo, you know, when she was, you know, a bigger girl, they was like, you're gonna go to college, you're gonna get fatter, PK gonna leave you, he gonna like all the stuff, all that poison, that vitriol, you know what I'm saying? That vitriol that they were spewing over that girl, man. And I tell all that, she was bummed out today, man. I mean, you know, it's known, you know, everything that happened with her grandmother passing and everything. So she's getting ready to go see her. You know, long live and rest in power, Miss Ernestine. Ernestine Savage. But like she just texted me that I could tell her mood been off all day. She's like, man, I just, you know what I mean? I ain't in it. I'm like, okay, yeah, I get it. You know, I could tell, I could kind of sense it and stuff like that. Then she's like, you know, I'm working on some new ideas for the business and this, that, and the other, and you know, with grandma and all this kind of stuff. And then so I just run down her stats for you. You got to keep in mind, you know, Get House Fitness been operating in the black since year one. We 6 years in. You made more money in 2020 when we did taxes than you did in any other year, or it was up there with another one. She has some major. You can just start running out of stuff. You maintain the house. You do this. You got this. You got these certifications. You teach these classes. You know, giving her all that. Cause you'll get down in that spot and just want to hang there, man. And,
It's sunken place, man.
yeah, and it ain't even, you know, all it you way better than all of that, you know.
Yeah.
And I mean, you too good of a person to you know, let yourself sink in this. I'm gonna pick you up. We're gonna get you up out of that thing. You know what I mean? So
Compass, what has pissed you off the most about LON and just overall perception of it when you run it past people, whether it's somebody that you know, like family, close friends, or whoever? Like, what pisses you off the most when you run the presentation of what y'all are trying to do, or what not even trying to do, what y'all are actually doing? Like, how do you feel about that when you get those side eyes or the drawback, the negative drawback?
hell, I can answer that. I can answer that for both of y'all, for all three, Janet included. But go ahead.
Right, man. And you know what? I think I know I know where you're going with people. But I'm gonna tell you what the coincidence is, right? Coincidentally, right? It's when we give the pitch, right? Black owned such and such, representation such and such, and the people that look like me give us the third degree.
Yeah.
That is what I hate the most, right?
What, they think y'all are scheming?
I mean, basically, you know.
So what do you want from me? You pitched all this and sound good. What you want from me? Money? 'Cause I ain't got it.
You know, and man, and it's all age groups, you know, and I watched my wife, man, shoot this fire pitch, man, when she was first, you know, putting that thing together, you know, and she shot it to this to this dude, and he kind of was looking at her. He looked at the book and then was like, hey, you know, them kids don't look like our kids. That baby got a big head. And you know what I mean? And I'm looking like, man, I'm
about to have a big head too.
I'm about to, you know what I mean?
Fire him up.
Man, like physically though, PK, physically fire him up, not verbally, not verbally. You know, and I'm you know, that kind of thing, or they'll walk by the booth and they look, you know, or they won't even. My whole thing, and that's a whole nother topic, you know what I mean? But if I see us doing something productive, man, I'm definitely I'm gonna hit you with positive karma in any way. You know what I mean? It don't matter what you got. You could be selling fish nuggets. You know what I mean? I'm allergic to fish. I'm gonna buy a plate and give it to somebody who can eat the fish. You know what I mean?
Half the time and stuff like that, I'll just make a donation. And,
Yeah, or I just don't.
yeah,
I just donate.
But yeah,
Or-
I got you.
Or you're not gonna do nothing to try to tear it down.
Yeah,
It's
Never.
like even if you're not feeling it, it's like, yo, that's kind of dope, man. You know, I ain't never heard about that before. Or I'll start looking into that. Like, you're not just gonna be like, oh, bro, that shit ain't gonna work. Or you know,
I just don't, man. You know, even, you know, I don't even know. I haven't seen them brothers do that in a while, man. You walk through the mall and it's a cat selling a CD, you know. The CD is hot trash, but I'm copping it, bro, because I see what you're doing. You out here putting yourself out here in front of all these people. The CD cover is whack, you know, but I'm gonna support you, bro. And I'm, you know, even if you don't make it, I'm supporting, you know.
what Wally must have been one of them guys in the Chesapeake Mall.
Yeah, hey man, you want to buy Philadelphia Freeway?
nah, man, Nah, y'all got a friend I don't get down with.
Word.
Yeah.
Add to,
But
add
but
to,
at the
add to the list of many, right?
yeah, yeah. But at the
Right,
same
which
time,
one?
yeah, I mean, dear Sky Daddy, we add another one to the list. You know what I'm saying?
Right,
But
right.
at the same time, Compass, when you and Wally, when y'all came to us and because y'all were doing Draw for Us before we linked this thing back up. LON on it stuff was happening before we linked this thing back
Yeah,
up with
yeah.
us. So when y'all pitched it to us, and I've had, we've got some homeboys that have pitched something, and this is what I want to do. I'm gonna give you the third degree if it's shoddy. You know what I mean? It can't be questionable. You got to have something solid, and then we can get down with you. I know she pitched that beautifully, and I don't know why they would still want to try to poke holes in everything, because I done laid out everything. You have no questions about this. Now, if I say, yo, I'm about to open up this Gathers, I'm about to open up this Gathers Foundation. I just need you to send me $100. Yeah, I got questions. You know what I mean? So, yeah. I mean, but Compass, I wanted, because you were talking about generational curses, I want to jump over, but man said, generational curses, all people do is continue to feed energy into them. It'll continue to wreak havoc on every generation until someone breaks the cycle. Mr. Umar.
Oh, man.
Tell me about it.
Okay, first.
Because you brought up the generational curses when we were not rehearsing.
Yeah, because, yeah, definitely, man. I believe in them, you know what I mean? And yeah, that's just something that, so for me personally, you know what I mean? I don't know if I would have to ask moms about, any known, generational curses that kind of float through the McCalls and the Lashleys, you know what I mean? But my wife,
breaking all of that.
Yeah, we have whatever it is, right?
Tattoos, degrees, LLCs,
Man.
drive. We got more drive than 4 lifts and 6 Ubers. You know what I'm saying? We try to make this joint work, man. We break through all of that, man.
And I'm on the phone with Pop yesterday, man, and he telling me how proud he is about the gig, and he said, man, you doing something, that a lot, that you the first McCall to do such and such. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I thought about that instantly, like, oh man, like okay, did I create a new trajectory? You know what I mean? Because it's not a whole lot of males on the McCalls like it is on my mom's side,
Yeah.
But for my boys, hey, this is I created, this is what that path looks like. You could go that way. You know what I mean? I know on my wife's side, man, she always talks about the generational curses, though, man. And so I always tell her siblings, I'm like, hey, you could be that change right now if you just, maybe just think once or twice before you actually do something. You know what I mean? Just think about it first, or we could talk about it. But that's real big, man. I hear it all the time. I see it, and I'm just like, man, like how can we let's go ahead and let's knock that down before it grows into, okay, now it didn't already bled into the next generation. You know what I mean?
Got it. Janice said a curse can be a repeated disease for all the marriages break after XYZ. Oh, okay. So a curse can be a repeated disease when people say like diabetes and stuff running their family. And I always make the joke like, I think it is, you can't inherit it, but it runs in the family because don't nobody run in the family. You got to stop eating all that.
Yeah, bro. You ate all that white bread.
Yeah, everybody, all these marriages that break up afterward, later down the road and stuff like that. There's one that I have in mind because the single mom, right? Who,
man,
I mean, you just leave it right there. The single mom, because the daddy ain't doing nothing. So like every dude after that, he don't even get a shot. You flip the juju and the karma that the next relationship is just gonna be trash anyway, because his daddy wasn't this, or her daddy wasn't this, so this, and this.
Yeah.
You just setting it up for failure from the, what I'm saying? You've cursed that already. That bad juju is already gonna be in. And that's what goes back to that karmic cycle. You end up in the same, what are you doing? Or what are you, what actions and what words and all that kind of stuff are you doing that puts you in the same rut, every Thanksgiving, you got a new dude, or he getting rid of you, all, and that applies to a lot of stuff, man. I know there's been times where I've had some money, and my parents taught me about money and how to handle it and all that kind of stuff. I've had money, lost money. I've had money, lost money. I mean, just a cycle you go through, and then you start to see the things that, okay, I was doing this, I got reckless with this, I got this, because you'll end up in those same patterns. You just got to find a way to break that cycle and get where you need to be, have a little bit more money going to the island and all that kind of stuff. It's just a cycle they throw you in. It says a karmic cycle is a pattern that is meant to teach you a life lesson. As you traverse through this life and a different life, you collect karmic debt, which must be repaid either in this life or the following life. You can come to understand which debt you're supposed to pay back by noticing the repetitive patterns in your life. So we always yell about routines that we have and everything. Your routines can be good and all that kind of stuff, but when you get stuck in this funk, like, it seems like every time I get up, something knock me back down. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
When I'm up, I'm up here.
Yeah.
And then it seemed like I hit this next cycle 8 months later, I'm down bad, but I'm up again. And it's that fighter. I know I'm gonna get back up. But how we fight that? I've been yelling y'all when I talk to y'all in the morning. Hey man, I'm speaking at ease of our life. Stuff need to get easy. Everything got to be, the grind don't stop.
Right.
You don't grind, you don't shine, all that kind of. I'm starting to move away from that, man.
Right.
It should be easy out here. All this
bro
good
said, bro told
good
me so a while back. He said, "Man, I ain't got to get everything out the mud."
no, something was on the shelf. I just
right.
Put that in my basket. So.
Yeah, it's not like everything ain't gotta necessarily be that way. Like you ain't gotta jump through hoops and over hurdles, and everything ain't gonna come out the trenches. It don't happen that way.
Yep, you don't have to.
You're gonna find a situation where whether you think it's gonna happen or not, somebody's gonna put you on. It might not be at the top of the ladder, it might not be at the very bottom, but somebody might be able to like help you get that foot, like just
they can tell you where the ladder's at.
That's it.
Yeah, just to catch the door before it pulls all the way. Like, yo, get in there.
Yeah, like, teach me how to fish. Then I'm gonna eat, bro. Teach me how to fish, and I'll get you, man. So,
but some people like that though, man. Some people, they speak their own karma.
Yep.
You know what I mean, and they're okay with that.
So do y'all like to learn from your own mistakes or watching other people?
I take all the life lesson, everything I can get.
Yeah, all of
me, your mom and your cousin too. Okay, they did that didn't work, bad. I did this didn't work, bad. I'm taking all of it, all in stride, man. You gotta live this life. You know what I mean?
But but me, man, I was a hard head, you know what I mean? You still, somebody could tell me, hey man, if you make that left, you good. And I'm still gonna go right because I need to find out, because I'm gonna take that right later on and be like, hey man, but you can get through there, but you gotta, you know what I mean?
I'm good on that. If they say, yo, take that left, you straight. Now, if you take that right, you're gonna go too far. I'm just gonna take the left there.
Sound like Voorhees yelling at me to take the screen again. You stay over here on the side. You don't
look how Wallace, look how much easier the shot is when you take the screen. But I shook him, coach, but you had to work. We had a brick wall screen set up for you. You didn't want to take it, man.
Didn't need the screen. Voorhees, like damn.
Break these karmic cycles out here.
Yeah, break them, man.
He ain't want the screen head ass over here.
Right.
Man, y'all got. I was sitting. I was really racking my brain. You got anything that you believe has brought good or bad karma into your life? Past life, current life. Do you feel like? That's what I'm saying. That's a tough. I mean, it could be anything. I don't know.
Overall.
Yeah, well, not over your overall. Well, we can talk about that too, because Neil said if you had a karmic meter, the karmic debt, you got to pay your karmic debt. Where do you feel like it'll be at? But like, do you feel like meeting Michelle was good karma put into your life, and put you on a good trajectory of being a good dude? Because allegedly, Philly P,
right.
had the straight razor on him and stuff like that, man.
I
So
think,
Birdie.
right. I think that kind of goes, that's a fair assessment, because that's kind of one of the things coming off the attempt where I was like, yo, I've got to meet somebody that's going to help change my perspective on how I look at stuff. Because at that point, it was just me, like, by myself. So
yeah, because Unc was gone.
yeah, so
Yeah.
and I wasn't throwing all that stuff at nobody else.
Right.
So I was like, the only thing that would probably be the most refreshing and the most needed asset would be that. Yeah, because that was the one part that I didn't necessarily figure out. You know what I'm saying? Like, from a life standpoint, like, there was no example of a Janet that I could go find somewhere, or there wasn't that, dang, I gotta find somebody that's just like this relative or this parent. It was, you know what I'm saying? Like, there was no blueprint there for me. So it was kind of like, okay.
We still out here trying to figure that journey out. I see what you're saying, but I'm still trying to figure it out. But I feel what you're saying, that okay, I see how I should go.
Yeah, and that was more of the, I would say that was the better side of it. And then I think, like, kind of where we are with Joyful Elf, I feel like I went through a lot of hell by myself, not being able to do stuff that I wanted to do for so long, that now I can do this. So the abundance in which this goes down, like, y'all seen the numbers and how that looks. It was a long period of time, like, oh, you ain't pay your dues. Like, there was a long period of time where I was working to get something done. And right when I would check each box, like, all right, I did A through Z.
Where is that?
Door, insert Denzel. Boom.
Right.
It was every time. It was every time. Like, I finished art school, they sent me something in the mail saying, oh, we just added these courses to your curriculum. So I had to pay for those out of pocket to finish art school. So that was an extra like 4 or 5 G's that I did not have.
Yeah.
After I'm sitting here showing Shell everything on the list. I'm like, yo, all these classes is printed out, checked off, done. Showed her that letter. She just sitting there looking at me like,
so what you gonna do about it?
yeah. So just stuff like that, man. I feel like those things happen, and now the abundance in which I can do what I'm doing, just the same as like LON and everything that Janet is doing. Like, I feel like those are the things that come back in a good way. Like, we don't get the verbal validation all the time. We just kind of get the opportunity to, all right, look, you wanted this like 5-10 years ago. You wanted this 6 years ago. All right, I'm gonna give it to you now. It's late. You still want to do it, or you don't want to do it no more? You know what I mean? So it's really all just a test. It's the karmic cycle, or a karmic test, I guess.
Yeah,
right.
But it don't. It's so funny you say that one little thing that happens, because Janet be bummed out all day, bro. She's like, oh my God.
Yeah, right.
I had a client, I didn't feel like what I put together didn't hit right, or it was a rough Reiki session where, she tried to get all the juju off of her. She did, and she still, being an empath, it took a lot out of her. But she hear that little Etsy shop go off, bing, and she come up here and turn that thermal printer out and print a label. All is right with the world off of that sale. She up there packing and whistling and everything like that, putting that together, and she is good. You know what I'm saying?
Breakfast at 2 a.m. because she heard that off on the West Coast.
Yeah, I feel like my mom and dad and my family, the praying grandmas and everything but especially my mom and dad, like, since I was small, man, even we were in Germany and stuff, my mom would do a single soldiers feeding. We in Germany, everybody's family is, she would get the DFAC after hours. Pops being drill sergeant, first sergeant, he probably pulled some strings, made that happen. We fed people, we do this, you give away book bags. She's done all that kind of stuff. And my dad's been right along with her. He was helping her along with all that stuff. So I feel like my karmic bank got filled up off of they good deeds. You know what I mean? Because people always ask, well, okay, your home. I asked somebody, actually, well, your guy Compass at work, he does this, and you got your guy Paul, and I said, well, don't call him Paul, but what I'm saying. Well, I don't know him enough to call him Wally.
Wallace.
Yeah,
So
my mom said Philadelphia
Wallace.
Wallace, man. She said, but and they like, well, what do you do? I said, man, I support all of my people. I tell Janet to this day, I still don't know what my actual purpose is, what I need to be doing. She says,
Bro, I can show you my. You want to see my feet?
leading and managing people and stuff. Your feet.
I got 40 P dark Bruce Wayne shit. I'm like, dang, I don't need to share it no more.
I said I connect people, you know what I'm saying? So I don't, well, you don't have anything on your plate. I mean, hell, I go to work and pull a stable check so that she can continue to do that and not have to go back to a corporate job where it was hitting my insurance and all that kind of stuff. And she get to be that free spirited person she is. And the homeboys want something, they want to do something, that's fine.
Bruh.
I'm good with that. I'm not, oh man, now I got to go find something to do. Because they asking me
it goes back to basketball. You're a glue guy.
That's it. Shane Battier. I'm sure
like you the homie that's gonna set the screen.
Yep.
You the homie that's gonna make the extra pass. I'm not. Clearly, I'm not.
I'm gonna take the charge.
You taking the charge. You diving on the floor. We up 20. We up 20. You diving on the floor. You still diving on the floor. Like that's just what it is. Like you're a glue guy.
Yeah.
And glue guys win championships, man.
Exactly.
I'm cool with it.
Exactly. But when everybody wants to sit there and they give the star of whatever is going on, like the star knows way back here, like I needed Pecos over there. You know what I'm saying?
I don't even be doing it for that. Like I said, I'm just out here supporting whatever she want to do. Hey, I want to do this, because there was a stretch, man, where Janet was flipping jobs once a year. She just got bored. I was like, this corporate thing, I'm doing it for you. Like I said, when she lost the weight and all that kind of stuff, that's your story. You go do that. Like I said, we be up with money, be down with money, be up with money. I switch job and stuff. She's like, I'm gonna have to go back and get a corporate job. I'm like, hell, I go flip burgers after I get off this job before you go back to corporate, because then we're gonna be back at the doctors and all. That's not what you're gonna do. Yeah. We ain't over here hurting. It don't look if the count don't look a certain way at that point in time. She's like, cool out, mama. We got this. Don't worry about that. You know what I'm saying?
Falling into them. I'm gonna go get. I'm like, nah. We too far in to get. Nah.
Yeah, she I might have to. I got on Indeed and was, what, you looking for something for me? Must have been, because you're not going back to do that. Man, I told you to quit that job.
Looking for a bird one time.
So
yeah.
Nothing is supposed. She said nothing is supposed to be a grind. If we can get a line, we just have to maintain the dream. But we're so clouded and programmed that everything is a struggle. It ain't got to be no struggle all the time.
No, I don't. Not everything is out the mud. That was good.
Wait, I got the 12 laws of karma, man. I ain't gonna rattle them all off, but
yes, man. I was looking at that earlier, bro. I was hoping somebody would bring that up.
Oh yeah, you got it, or you want me to?
No. I was reading it when I was looking at the three. Yeah,
the 12 laws of karma, man. You got the great law. Whatever we put into the universe will come back to us. The law of humility. One must accept something in order to change it. The law of responsibility. We must take responsibility for what is in our lives. The law of focus. We cannot think of two different things at the same time. You need to be focused on one thing. The main thing is the main thing. The law of here and now. We cannot be present if we are looking backward or forward. The law of patience and reward. The most valuable rewards require persistence. Law of creation. Life does not happen by itself. We need to make it happen. Law of growth. When we change ourselves, our lives change too. The law of connection. The past, present, and future are all connected. The law of giving and hospitality. Our behavior should match our thoughts and actions. The law of change. History repeats itself until we learn from it and change our path. And the law of significance and inspiration. Rewards are a result of the energy and effort we put into it. Like Wally said, you got to do some work. It don't fall in your lap. Even if it come easy, you got to do a little something to get that. It just ain't gonna fall in your lap.
Right.
You ain't trust fund, shouty. Even trust fund, baby. Somebody in the generation, somebody do some work to get there.
Somebody, yeah, that's what I was about to say. Even still, like, I don't care how set I am. You gonna do something.
Yep. That's what Shaq told his kids.
I was like, yeah, I'm rich.
Yeah, I'm rich. Y'all ain't rich. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you still gonna do something. Like, I mean, of course, I'm not gonna let you drown.
Yep.
You ain't gonna know that. but I'm not gonna let you drown.
Gotcha.
You're definitely gonna do something though.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna tell you no on purpose, just to piss you off. Like, just to piss you off. Daddy, can I get? Nope. I'm gonna go get one of them same whatever you just asked for myself and tell you
Right.
what's
Can-Am spider.
just to piss you off enough to want to figure out how to go get it.
Mm-hmm.
And then even if you fail after that, then I'll still respect the effort.
If they got that Wallace karma, as soon as you tell them no,
Oh yeah, you cut off.
I don't need pops.
Or whatever PK was about to say, you cut off for that.
I don't need pops anyway. Well, it's more like the pie in the face. I'm gonna show pops. I don't need him. Gabriel's. I'm gonna cut my own hair since he don't. Since he don't want to show me.
I told y'all he gonna be the one.
Man,
that's gonna be the one. So, y'all boys are hilarious too.
That's funny, man. So, coincidence, man. I mean, I guess we kissed the subject, you know. Coincidences. Okay, let me see. A remarkable occurrence of events or circumstances without apparent casual connection. A coincidence. Is it a coincidence? Go ahead, PK.
So now that threw me off when it said that there's not a connection. It's just a coincidence.
Right, but I thought the connection is what made it
coincidental.
Right. I was trying to think of it. How the coincidence. I thought that's what made it.
So basically, a coincidence is just two things that happen that are not related in any way, shape, or form.
Right, but why would I take note of it if there was no relationship, no connection to it,
Right.
Well,
yeah, PK, I ain't talked to you, man, and suck blah 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 blah. The coincidence is there was a connection at one point, right? I feel like in 2021, right? Or I just be like, yeah, I know a dude named Preston and he live in Florida. Well, how did you meet him?
Coincidence.
I don't know. You called the wrong number.
Caught him stealing at the commissary one day.
What number did you dial?
That's it.
Like I said, when we threw that on there, I was like, karma, coincidence, fate, destiny, all that kind of stuff.
Right.
I mean, I didn't really. The only one that was profound to me, because I asked my cousins in the chat. We're talking about coincidence. Anything profound in your life that you felt like? And Bree came back and was like, deep in your soul, you can kind of tell what's karma, what's fate, what was destiny, what's a coincidence. Like she said, you could kind of dissect and you know what's what, because they all are different. But I feel like they're all still intertwined, but you can kind of feel like. So the only one that kind of mainly stuck out to me, but then it threw me off because it said they weren't related, or not connected, is this December 10th will be the 10-year anniversary of my father passing. So that year in 2011, he made his rounds. He had just got out of the Army in October and he passed in December. But in that stretch of time, he had went and saw my sister because she had announced that she was pregnant with my nephew at the time. He had went and saw her. I think they went and saw his parents for Thanksgiving. Had saw my other grandma and them in somewhere in there. I saw him like 2 or 3 weeks ago. I still had the Honda at the time, and he had the title to it. They were up in Fort Knox. He bought the title down to me. And everybody saw him. And then in December, he passed away. He had a heart attack, collapsed on the dance floor at a Christmas party, and passed away. I felt like that was a coincidence. But then it said they're not connected. So I don't know where I was actually sitting at with it. But then the karma, he had an enlarged heart. He had such a big heart. Him and mom did all this giving, and he took care of soldiers. He was HRC, SSB, and all that kind of stuff. So his big heart, or is that irony? You know what I'm saying? His big heart.
I can see. I see the coincidence down there.
You know what I'm saying? So his big heart and him having a large heart, him having a heart attack, is what actually ended up taking him. But I was like, is that coincidence? Is that karma, fate, destiny? He got to see all the family, his mom, my mom's mom, me and Janet. Saw my sister when she was pregnant, didn't get to meet his grandson because he passed in December and he was born leap year that next February. So that was the only one that stuck out to me. Like I couldn't really decipher if that was fate, destiny, karma, irony, all that kind of stuff. So that's the only one I kind of really had with that, along with 3FA.
That's
But
crazy. Now, that middle baby got a large heart.
Mhm.
He does too. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's yeah.
Oh, he ain't got in the rubbing ear. My bad, brother.
No, you good. I mean,
He-
that's a whole nother conversation. We have
yeah,
to talk about that. Yeah, but Uriah has a large. It's large.
yeah.
Can't
So
play
then we
sports.
start digging back through the line because Hank Gathers, he played basketball, he collapsed, he's in
Yeah.
the family tree somewhere.
Okay.
Then they wanted me to start going to get checked and all that kind of stuff because I don't think we knew that. And my mom said they kept that from us because they didn't want us to be worried about him day by day if he was gonna, So there was some resentment in that at first, but
Oh, absolutely understood.
us not knowing that. But yeah, that was one of, like I said, I guess that's my coincidence. Or
Right.
I don't know. I don't know. Like I said, once I read it, definition, it didn't really. It kind of threw me off. So
Yeah.
but it's all good.
Wally, what you pondering, bro? I see your eyebrows.
Yeah. And they on fleek.
What?
I don't know.
Yeah.
Do I say pause?
I almost said something.
I'm glad you did.
Right.
All right. Nah, I don't really have anything to throw in there for real. Just like what you was talking about with your pops. I kind of felt kind of the same way with like some of the stuff that was going on with my uncle, because earlier in that year, I started getting a side of him that I hadn't gotten before. And I had the injury. I broke my ankle, played on that for like a month, told him about it right before Christmas. Right. He talked to me like on the street.
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
like my whole life, it was always that chill, reserved, but I'm gonna give you the real conversation.
Yep.
Bro, when I talked to my cousin / big sister, his daughter, and then talked to my aunt, and then my aunt told him, bro, I felt like the fear of God through the phone, man. Like that was the craziest thing. And then we had that type of relationship to where I started throwing stuff at him.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'm like, all right, so right when I really needed but didn't want to come to him, it was a coincidence. He started to like open up a little bit more to me. You know what I'm saying? And then after the ankle thing happened, I came back, messed my knee up right when he got diagnosed. So I was like right when I'm at the point where I'm trying to like get to where I know I can lean on him and talk to him about something, or I know I can start to throw more at him and he gonna give me some real, insight in return that I can use productively. Diagnosis hits. And then from there, it was just kind of stagnant, hit or miss. Very seldom would I hear from him unless I called, or, he wasn't a texter, nothing like that. So I would have to either call my aunt or call the house, and then she would take the phone. But, I could just tell, like, after that, like, the coincidence came right on time where I started going through a lot of stuff. I didn't tell him that, but he sensed it, and then he just started, like, going in. So I think that was a good coincidence. And then I feel like it went inconclusive, with him, passing later that year. I think it's inconclusive for me to just know that it was actually possible for me to figure it out, and then, take that direction from him and just go forward with it. And that's kind of where I'm at now. Like, I don't run it past too many people. So,
So you ever think that and I just thought about this. Have you ever thought that the coincidences, if you didn't lose him, you wouldn't be where you are right now? Because this is pre-shell, pre all of that.
Yeah, this was he was diagnosed I want to say April. His birthday is April 13th. So this was April 2010. And he passed
Yeah.
December 4th, 2010. So yeah, so it just I think it would have taken me longer. Like the way that I needed him was like, okay, I gotta find a way. I'm not gonna find somebody else that's like this. So I gotta find a way to mold myself into that. So that was pretty much it. Like I had the blueprint for years, just being around him my whole life. So I know what to do. But I think had he still been here, I probably would have still felt comfortable enough to continue to lean on him, which would have taken me longer to figure out, all right, hey, you need to do this, then you need to do this, then you need to do that. You know what I'm saying? Like losing him kind of like, all right.
Focus on one thing at a time, son.
I mean, I still don't do that.
Oh, well, we know that.
but I think him passing was like still like that last like foot that I needed to like, you know, like let's get to it.
Yeah, man. Our we got into me and Danny was talking about this a few weeks ago. We got into that bad car accident right after Uriah was born, so 2015. Got hit by a semi truck, man. What exit is that, man? Right, it's by Gate 6 into Oak Grove, where the hotel, the McDonald's is over there. What's over there? Danny's. I can't remember what exit that is, man. 89, I think it is. Coming from Hoptown, but we coming from Nashville that night. And yeah, he got hit by a semi truck. Boom, broke her hip, shattered her pelvis, the whole nine. Whatever you could do to a woman's bones, midsection, yeah, shattered all of that. Okay, medically retired her. And I said, hey, you know, do you think you still would have been on these books? You know, because she had a little bit of these hugs are my hugs back then, you know. But the coincidence is if we had not got into that car accident, we wouldn't be where we are with all of it today. We wouldn't. We'd probably still be in the military, to be honest, you know. It'll just be a whole bunch of notebooks with stories in them. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's supposed to happen.
Right.
It's supposed to happen. I like it.
For sure.
I like
it.
For sure. So 3FA, BFA, was this a coincidence? I guess not, because we was connected. So was it fate, destiny?
You want me to answer this question?
Perchance, happenstance.
Destiny.
You want me to answer this question?
I do. I don't want you to, but I'm curious to this.
After what he did to me last year, you want me to? It's all good, man. He put me up for adoption. It's all good. We ain't gotta talk about it.
Gave him a test of his own medicine, man. You was on the Facebook with a little egg profile. I don't do egg profiles.
Bruh.
I said,
no way. It was deactivated, and then I cut it back on, and I was like, yo, like, dog, what's up?
I was trying to get rid of you. Coincidentally, you found me, you know, so.
Man, I was, he was
all
gonna
good.
He's gonna have Ramel and Hector up here instead.
Oh, man. What else y'all boys got cooking? We wrapping a little early? I got a couple things.
Go ahead, PK. I'm good, man.
I don't think it was a coincidence though, for real. Like, regardless, I feel like we were already doing this. What was it? Back in like February when we started.
Yeah.
You know, when we got back into that group text.
Yeah.
So whether we decided to go live with it, probably still be talking and doing the same thing we doing without the notification coming up for you to watch.
Yeah.
So.
Gotcha.
So this is one thing I got, PK.
Yeah.
Coincidence, man. Okay, before this year, coincidentally, the person who brought us back together is basically almost the same conduit that got us back together this time as well. It's
Yeah.
just now that person is no longer, you know what I mean, in that he's no longer a conduit. It's more like now we got it from here.
Yeah.
You know,
did
as far as the
your-
relationship is concerned, I'm talking.
Yeah. When we went down there hooping, y'all boys got smoked. Went to Fort Campbell, tried to run with them young boy. We got ran off. I already knew. Hey, Wally,
They were trash too, man. I
already knew we was gonna take an L because we put up the Neil's house and he was putting out a cigarette and Lion Brian. He was butting out. He was ashing a Black and Mild. I knew it was over with.
What did I say on that picture? Not one backboard was smacked on this day.
You said that, bro.
I knew it was over. We got good and cooked, man. So you know, the Karmic Cycle, we gave y'all that. We gave y'all the Karmic Coincidences, man. The comments were kind of sort of buzzing, kind of sort of not really, but they'll catch up on the streams. Today is Marine Corps Day. Got to shout out the Marine Corps, you know.
No doubt.
Vanilla Cupcake Day. I thought we'd have a vanilla cupcake today, but not. Vanilla Cupcake Day.
The way my sugar set up.
Yeah, we shout out to those frontline workers. National Nurse Practitioner Week is this week. Veterans Day, we got a veteran on the board with us and his wife as well. So we appreciate you guys, man.
Shout out to corporate. And Papa J.
Yeah. and mom did her 22 years. We got 20 years.
Mama G too. I'm sorry, Mama.
So all our vets, man, we appreciate you guys. Y'all have some fun tomorrow, man. And
hey, somebody read. Get him out. You see that, right?
What is that?
Get Miyagi out of here, please.
It ain't scroll up yet. So episode 28, then I'll do the shout out. 28. I got music makes me lose control. What?
Real quick, I put it in perspective, man. I was doing the Zoom thing and I was like, man, episode 27. That means we about to hit season 4. Ooh.
We about to put 30 episodes on our
we really ain't even got to put a cap on this one because we
don't. But for y'all, for us, we gonna need that break, especially with while you getting ready to have going on.
Oh yeah.
And what y'all got with a book launch, I meant to tell y'all about that. We putting that we taking a break.
You putting us on timeout.
Pretty much. Y'all gonna get a break. We gonna take a break.
You just not gonna show up.
I mean, we're getting to 10, of course. May get 11 or a bonus or something, but yeah, I'm gonna have to cut y'all off. Because you ain't gonna keep going, and we're gonna roll straight into the new year. And season 4, we already started to line it up, man. We got that thing ready.
It's already recorded. That Joyful Elf video dropped in 2 days. So
my man, you know. So
I can't wait for that one,
man. That thing gonna be fire. We're gonna push that out, Joyful Elf. The read, bro. I'm about to throw that to you. This the segue, because
yes, sir.
Oh, but you ain't telling what 28 is gonna be. Music makes me.
Whoa. Is that what we're rolling with the title?
Nah,
you don't like? I liked it.
It ain't gotta be. We getting back into them jams, so we feel like we owe y'all one, our listeners and our viewers. We owe y'all one for Summertime Vibe. Recording Summertime Vibes was a whole vibe. That joint was jamming. It was supposed to premiere, it didn't. It dropped as just a video. It didn't get the fanfare and everything that it should have got. So we felt like we got to come back and get it. So that was Summertime Vibes, Wintertime Cold. Music makes you lose control. With the holidays coming up, my coworkers was at work Monday talking about, yo, I'm ready to throw my Christmas music on. So I don't know how it's going to go, but it's going to be music and themed in some kind of way. We don't have a title for it. Somebody want to get on and rap with us with some joints that make your face. Let me pull it up. Just like, you got a joint that just make your face look like this.
I can't
send that in. If you got a joint that make your face look like, you know what I'm saying? It's just nasty. When the beat drop or something like that, you know what I'm saying? You just like, oh man, that beat though. What's the
That's funny.
We're gonna get into that. Your Christmas music, what's your top hits? I know I see the little SpongeBob meme when he getting ready to get up out the chair, and it's like when that joint come on in my mind.
Yeah.
Time to put my Christmas tree up. Yeah, time to put my tree up and everything.
That's all I need from that. I mean, don't get me wrong. When the big dog come in with the bass at the end, I'm all for it. But that first drop in my mind, like it's over.
That's
it.
Need
nothing else after that. I'm done.
Thanks.
Business shout outs, man. As per the use, Janet's gonna drop those for us like she always does. Season 4, we're gonna probably put Elijah on, man. See if he wants to get this money. He can come on and be our content creator. You know, I got that bread lined up for him.
Oh man.
Between the three of us, $15 a Wednesday, $10 a Wednesday. He making $30 for an hour.
Listen, bro.
Hour and some change.
We are not pay. I pay him in food.
No, I'm gonna throw him.
And
Give me his cash app. You know.
Hey P,
You know
watch
what
this.
I mean? He got room and board. You know what I mean?
You ain't got no say in that. He's only your kid. You ain't got no say.
That's all. You know, Uncle,
Man.
his two Uncle P's. You know what I'm saying? Give me cash app. We'll shoot him a little something. So,
we gonna pay him.
Yeah, you don't want to get that bread. See, you putting the karma on that man. I pay him with food.
For a cameo.
There we go.
Yeah, man.
Gabrielle. So we got our health and wellness. Janet's got the janetgathers.com, and the Etsy shop is on there. I think she's getting ready to run like a little pre-Black Friday. I don't want to misquote, or a Black Friday type deal. So she'll have that Royal Crown beard oil for your love oil, manifestation oil, your blessing oil, the atmosphere spray, the body glow, all that'll be on her shop. I just got some more of my soap from Melissa's Naturals. That soap right there is bomb. It's bar soap.
It's so good, man.
That soap so good, make you want to slap your mom. Adjacent. Slap somebody that's not your mom. You know what I'm saying? Kayla has a Patreon on there. I got the great reads by great authors, man. We got a baby shower coming up, and this is all we handing out. We got Jaden's book now.
Oh man,
that's Jaden. Shout out to Jaden.
Oh God, I forgot.
You know,
I need to link.
We got Good Day. This is going in there for the baby shower, and these hugs are my hugs. You know, that's going in there. Then I got one of my boy Nick Sampson. His first one he put out. There's a person on top of my bed. You know, so that's what we giving out, the types of gifts. We got all the books now. I know authors, so I'm just gonna buy books that, you know, that the authors have. We got Miss Victoria in there with us, and our business section is chock full of everything. Legacy of Niga C, Culture College Counseling, Kelly and Company Crafting, Chase and Charlie, AKs in Tech. Kayla's got Style Seat on there. You can get your lashes done if you're in the Huntsville area. Not for long though. Big up. She just got a job that she's getting ready. I ain't gonna put her business out there, but she just took another job. But Instagrams is on there. We got Soulful Reflection, Queen of Thrones. That's Sinitra. She got her joint. I threw that on there. My homegirl Kenyatta has a podcast she does too for Relentless Counseling. Cherry Galore's on there. Miss Man, Kamisha's on there as well. Podcast, The Better Brand Store, the YouTube channels. You got the Compass channel. He's been dropping stuff on there. We got the Undisputed channel. We got She Gathers Wellness channel, and we have the BFA channel. So I want to give these guys, you know, a minute to talk. With this being National Young Readers Week, National Young Readers Week, and we know what LON does, man. I've been seeing the advertisement, and you know the promotion coming up on Facebook. So what's LON got going on? You know that people need to know about, that I've been liking, following, and sharing, and all that kind of stuff. So
yeah, man. So
you got the
mic. Wifey is basically, man, she's got high school kids as volunteers, man, and this is local to the Wichita area. Read Bro, okay, yeah. Read Bro, man, and this is for 1st through 3rd graders, right? For those kids who are having problems with reading comprehension, you know what I mean, or just identifying alphabets, man. She doing the sign language thing. She teaching them sign language to recognize how to sight words, you know what I mean, those associations with sounding out letters, and that whole ensemble, man, of early academia, you know what I mean. And it's free. It's free, you know.
How much it costs?
Man, it's free 99, boss.
What the fine print is?
Show up. You know, we're gonna have some snacks for the kids, man. You know, it's gonna be very dope, man. Exciting. It's popping off next Tuesday, the 16th. I want to say, yeah, the 16th.
Okay.
It's gonna be very dope, man. So if you local to Wichita, tap in.
Read, bro. If I want to make a donation or something like that, could I?
Bro, I'm gonna shoot you my cash app.
My man. My man. Joyful Elf, or we wait? We gonna tuck that? We signing off?
Say it again for the people in the back.
Joyful Elf, are we signing off?
Why we always, all right, man. Golly,
it's kind of a big deal.
Oh, yeah, right. Absolutely. Yeah, right.
To all 6 people watching that already know about this.
Yep.
We have Act 3 for Joyful Elf Foundation, and we are doing a Christmas Village. As I said, well, I'm dropping a video about this with a little bit, not too much, a little bit more details about it coming on Friday. So be sure to check that out. We have the Joyful Elf page. So it is joyful_elf_foundation with the, yeah. So be sure to check that out on Instagram. We got some more stuff that we're going to add to that in the weeks to come. Against my discretions, we are going to accept outside contributions. So if anybody would like to reach out, find out any details about that, that'll be greatly appreciated. Let me know, or any of the fellas know what's going on with that. And
right. We gotta, let me help him out. I mean, we try to take care of, he said 125, 130 kids. We try to make sure we got toys and all kind of trinkets and some stuff for, I say about 250 kids. We're gonna have a little extra and everything because somebody might not get something for Christmas. So what Joyful Elf is gonna provide for them kids might be the best thing they get for a while. You know what I mean? So while he's been taking inventory, I told him, I said, it's a big deal. People are gonna want to help. You keep your inventory right. If somebody wants to make a donation or something like that, hit our BFA inbox. Any of us individually, if you got the phone number, we got a list of things that you can still get. We're taking care of stuff on the list. While he's taking care of the bulk of it, we still getting all. It ain't help. I mean, it's the season. You want to help some kids, you know, put a smile on their face. Joyful Elf will be, you know, the mouthpiece for you and everything. You can be anonymous, however you want to do. You can hit his page or whatever, man. But we're doing big things, man. He don't want to hype it, but it's awesome. Hype. So I'm gonna hype it. I'm hyping LON.
Yeah.
We teaching the kids how to read. And we giving them Christmas presents.
We giving them Christmas presents too, man.
Yeah,
everything. So, you got everything under one hat.
Everything. We you know, and Uncle P got the wallet. Him and Auntie, man.
You know,
and wallets wide open.
Janet said, "Tell us about your little elf thing." Play back, you know, because when we play it back, you know, we got people. Oh, our BFA the quad4@gmail.com. Y'all can send us some questions, comments, concerns, suggestions. Oh. If you want to make a donation, whatever it is, just want to talk to us, say happy holidays and all that kind of stuff, man. We are here for you, man. So big ups to Joyful Elf and everybody that's watching with us. LON at Reed, bro. That right there is powerful as well, man. So as we get ready to roll into Veterans Day, we'll be back to hang out with y'all next Wednesday. Bring your music with you, your top 5, your top 3 all time, Christmas, holiday, whatever it's gonna be, man.
Oh man.
BFA, man,
Can we do a favorite? Can we do like a top 3 favorite beat of all time?
Absolutely. We do top 3 beats, tier list. We can do tier lists.
I gotta start getting in the crates to just kind of go back and be like, yo, y'all remember this?
Yeah, top 3 lyrics, top 3 beats, top 3 holiday songs, whatever. We'll mash that up together, man. Y'all just come back and hang out with us next Wednesday.
Just hang out with us.
Yes. Just hang out with us. We bid you adieu. Peace and love from the 3FA guys.